Hello everyone and welcome back to WWE 12 Universe. My name is Jitch and you are watching Monday Night Raw, where we are kicking things off with a feud that you've been seeing not that much of actually, because it's only just really gotten started. But here tonight we're going to be seeing a one-on-one matchup between this man and Jetstar as they continue their issues with each other. I kind of woke up today and the house just kind of smells of garlic and I'm not sure why. I just felt like mentioning that. I can smell garlic in the air and I'm really not sure why. It's very hot today, so I'm probably not going to be as on point as I normally am. I don't handle heat too well and it has been incredibly hot here in the UK. In fact, if you'll give me a moment, I'll tell you just how hot it is. Alright, for some context, yesterday it was 36 degrees Celsius, which is about 97 Fahrenheit. 96.8 to be specific. I don't know how hot that is compared to what you watching this get. That might be child's play compared to what you can get. But here in the UK, that is very, very hot. So I don't want to hear it. I'm allowed to be all exhausted and uncomfy. And like, that's the only problem with recording is all the equipment around me that's on, the TV, the console, the capture card, the PC, the monitor, you know, my internet modem, all these things, they all produce more heat. And I can't have the fan on because it's very loud. And Bryan attacking the referee. What are you thinking, Daniel? I believe that's this one now underway. Yep. Jetstar and Bryan going to go one-on-one with each other. No sign of Nemesis or Dolph Ziggler, which is really what I would have expected, especially Nemesis. I would have run out and helped Jetstar once the referee was out, but no. A couple weeks ago here on Raw, this rivalry kind of got started. As I mentioned before, the whole reason for this goes back to pre-bragging rights when Team DZ was sent over to SmackDown alongside CM Punk to take on the Crew. To represent Raw in a 6-man tag team match and lost. The Disciples of Darkness then mocked Team DZ backstage and said that if they were the ones sent over to SmackDown, they would have gotten the job done. They were then sent over to SmackDown to face off against the WWE Tag Team Champions Tyson Kidd and Christian just before bragging rights, and they also lost representing Raw against SmackDown's Tag Team Champions Bryan and Ziggler. Then, you know, they got their laugh back in, laughing at them for their loss, to which the Disciples of Darkness attacked Team DZ backstage, and this has become a little bit of a personal one-upsmanship situation, but so far the score is settled at Dolph Ziggler defeating Nemesis, and obviously if Bryan defeats Jetstar here tonight, I don't really think there's much further for this case to go. I think Team DZ will have already declared themselves a superior tag team. The only thing I could possibly put the idea forward for is maybe a tag team match that sees Jetstar and Nemesis teaming up against Team DZ. Why we didn't get that in the first place, I'm not entirely sure. I think this initially was more of a battle of the egos between Nemesis and Ziggler, and these two just kind of were involved, perhaps. But they're now looking to back their tag team partners a little bit more, and that's why they're here tonight competing in this one-on-one matchup. Still to come tonight, we're going to be seeing once again some women's competition as we've been seeing in the recent weeks. Beth Phoenix and Kharma just taking it in turns, facing off against some of the best from the opposing divisions in preparation for their last woman standing match at Survivor Series next Sunday. So what you can expect to see tonight is Kharma, the women's champion, back in action. She's going to face off against a hand-picked opponent from the Divas champion Beth Phoenix from SmackDown. Really interested in seeing who Kharma ends up going up against. Kharma has already been through SmackDown women such as Natalya and Beth Phoenix herself, as well as more recently, I think she defeated, I want to say, like, was it Maurice she beat quite recently? I feel like there was someone she beat quite recently. I don't actually remember now. It's 2 weeks ago on Raw. Whereas Beth Phoenix has torn through both Michelle McCool and Natalya. I mean, no. Michelle McCool and that might be it. Oh no, and Alicia Fox. That's right. I remember there being another name. Okay, let's have a quick look, shall we? I was really making sure I'd gotten all my notes in, and clearly I just missed something. Oh, was there not a cross-branded women's match last week? Okay, that would be why I can't remember why there wasn't one. So Kharma's not actually faced anyone from SmackDown other than Natalya and Beth Phoenix herself, whereas I believe Phoenix has faced Michelle McCool at some point. Sure, that was a thing that happened. I mean, I know they had a rivalry before, so maybe I was just thinking of that. Well, regardless of whatever it is I'm thinking of, tonight we're going to be seeing Kharma in a one-on-one match with a SmackDown Diva, I guess, since it's the Divas Championship. I don't really like that term, but it is what it is. Big kick to the back. Also to come tonight, we've got a one-on-one match to determine the #1 contender to the European Championship. As we know, the series between what is now slimmed down to Randy Savage and Smash will finish next week on SmackDown, on Raw, not SmackDown, next week on Raw. But of course, the winner of that is set to face for the European Championship at TLC. Oh wow, Bryan really going in for pin after pin right now. But yeah, that'll be taking place at TLC against the winner from Survivor Series. But as we know, Drew McIntyre is set to defend the European Championship at Survivor Series alongside Sheamus and either Wade Barrett or William Regal. Well, here tonight we're going to be seeing a one-on-one match between Randy Orton and Kevin Nash to decide who will be teaming up with CM Punk, who is pursuing the World Tag Team Championship. One of those two is going to be compete for the European Championship, and the winner of a series of matches. Here's the cover. Nope. And here comes Nemesis. I mean, it was only a matter of time, really. There's a lot of pride at stake here, and right now the Disciples just haven't been looking good. And it continues to not look good for them.
I don't think so.
Me either.
Oh man, that fall. That time I think he hyperextended his knee badly. Whoa, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, okay. Got the bell lock in. Oh, Nemesis with the distraction. I don't think Jetstar's tapped out, to be fair. Oh, no, Jetstar's tapping out, and of course, Nemesis managed to provide just enough distraction that this match keeps going. But Bryan, very wise to go for the pin attempt. But again, Jetstar kicking out as Nemesis continues to distract the referee. He's really come out here to save a life tonight, clearly. Jetstar really needed that extra help.
And this plan appears to have backfired.
Once again, referee completely focused on Nemesis, who he's now watching leave the ring, I think. I mean, it wouldn't kill the referee to turn around and look at the match going on in the ring. He should notice that all the slamming behind him has stopped. Ref? Referee. There we go.
1, 2, 3.
Wow, Jetstar was just out. He was done for quite some time. I don't think these Disciples fellas are going anywhere anytime soon, you know? Except the bottom of the ladder, that is. Well, Daniel Bryan picks up a victory over Jetstar here tonight as Team DZ continue to build momentum. But, up next, we're going to see singles competition once again. This time, the Women's Champion Kharma up against one hand-selected diva from SmackDown. Who's it gonna be? I can't wait to find out. Daniel Bryan, what a man of honor. What a great wrestler. As he checks on Jetstar, who clearly was hurt. I mean, he was out for a long time. Oh, okay.
He was just laying in wait.
I guess he was faking it. I don't really know why you'd want to take the loss, but yeah, Jetstar seems proud of the fact that he psyched out Daniel Bryan and took a loss. It's all about getting the last laugh, not necessarily the win with these guys, clearly.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, accompanied by Michelle McCool. Approaching the ring from Miami, Florida, Layla.
Well, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Layla from SmackDown coming out first here tonight. And of course, she's got Michelle McCool by her side. These two have been clearly trying to get some kind of reunion going. Laycool really never got a start, to be fair. I mean, Michelle McCool was a successful women's champion. We never really saw a lot from Layla, to be honest. Clearly, they've decided that they're not quite finished. I mean, they never really split. They never really had any issues. They just kind of got tore apart by the draft. So this isn't really that surprising. I mean, Layla's been wearing that Laycool armband since the start of this season. I don't think that she ever stopped.
And her opponent, the WWE Women's Champion, Kharma.
And here comes a fearsome competitor, Kharma, the women's champion. Only ever suffered a single loss in her career. And Kharma has put her best foot forward. She said that next week on Raw, Beth Phoenix will get that one final match in to prepare for Survivor Series that following Sunday. And Michelle McCool is going to go through the only woman to ever beat Kharma on her road to facing Kharma. I think I just called her Michelle McCool again when I meant Beth Phoenix. I don't know why I'm getting Michelle McCool and Beth Phoenix mixed up, other than the fact that they're blonde. She said that she'll have to go through the only woman to ever defeat her in one-on-one competitions. So it's going to be Tiny Shiny and Beth Phoenix next week on Raw. But here tonight, Kharma, the women's champion, she almost looks like excited at the idea of potentially like Michelle McCool getting involved and her taking on both of these two. But then that's a very Kharma mentality. I really don't think that there's a single woman that actually strikes fear into Kharma. Even Tiny Shiny, the only woman to ever beat Kharma, has eventually lost to Kharma right afterwards.
Remember what's at stake here.
I'm remembering. Are you remembering? It's a really important moment for Layla in an alternate universe that she was Kharma's kryptonite. An alternate universe that disappeared. You know, it was about 7 years ago. She was Kharma's kryptonite. She was the one woman that put an end to Kharma. But that was an alternate universe. That's not this universe. Can't say too much about that universe, otherwise the foundation starts to crumble and things get really bad. But I can mention it every now and then. Those are the rules. I don't make them. I just endorse them. Uh-oh. Well, right now it looks like Layla's in some serious trouble, as should really be expected. No disrespect intended to her, it's just Kharma is a force to be reckoned with. It's probably one of the most unstoppable forces we've ever seen, quite frankly. Layla managed to knock her flat down on her back, but she gets right back up. And that's kind of the fighting spirit of Kharma. Speaking of getting knocked down and getting back up, Edge returns to action here tonight after a brutal assault from his former tag team partner Jack Swagger. I know we've seen this match take place a lot of times in the past, but tonight the implications behind it are that much bigger than usual, as it's going to be the winner will face Vader next week to determine who will be competing for the World Championship alongside CM Punk, and the winner of Kevin Nash and Randy Orton up next. And that will be that team assembled, set to take on the United Kingdom in a winner-takes-all match at Survivor Series next Sunday. How do the United Kingdom prepare for a match in which they don't even know who their opponents are going to be? You really do have to wonder. Been told that next week on Raw, we'll also be seeing a 2-on-2 match as CM Punk is going to team up with the winner of Kevin Nash versus Randy Orton to take on the World Tag Team Champions, Wade Barrett and William Regal, in a tag team match. Barrett and Regal have said that the person who gets the pin will be the person that represents the United Kingdom at Survivor Series. That's how certain they are that they're winning that match next week.
This, King. This is why it's so smart to have somebody.
I like this too, Cole.
And words of encouragement.
Yeah, well, it's certainly not going to hurt your chances of winning.
Also, thank you for calling me king. I am the king of this universe. You are correct. I made it. I am the creator.
Did you hear the impact from that clothesline? Uh-oh, this is bad. Oh, man, that could break your arm.
Did you hear it, guys?
Not fast enough.
Oh, she's going for the stretchy. Nope.
I can't imagine.
Not going to win with that one. You can't stretch Kharma. That is a weird thing to say.
Oh, man, if Kharma can do that to you, you might as well give up.
Big move coming.
Big move coming. I gotta give Layla credit. She's really holding her own against Kharma in this match. I mean, this is getting impressive. I don't know if maybe Kharma's just losing a step lately, but maybe she really is her kryptonite. Maybe it wasn't just in an alternate universe.
Watch out here.
I'm watching. Oh. Yeah, she's got Kharma right where she wants her at the moment. Kharma can't afford a loss before Survivor Series, really, but it could happen.
What can we expect from Layla now, King? That's it. The ref's calling for
Wait,
the
what?
bell.
I take it McCool must have accidentally done something to get her disqualified. Well, that's a damn shame. Layla was looking good in this match. Hopefully this doesn't cause any issues between McCool, but then realistically they're on separate brands, so it doesn't really matter. I'll tell you this much, if Beth Phoenix comes out on top and she's still the Divas champion though, we might want to look at Layla getting a shot at that title down the line, because that was an impressive performance.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 380 pounds, Kevin Nash.
Well, on the subject of things that should be impressive, look no further than this match. This was Kevin Nash's debut match, his debut opponent, and I believe it was the way that we kicked off this season, as a matter of fact. Kevin Nash going one-on-one with Randy Orton, what was an incredible one-on-one match at the start of this season. But here tonight, Kevin Nash, this man right here, he looks to secure himself his first ever shot at the European Championship. We know originally Kane was supposed to be the man challenging Drew McIntyre for the European Championship. Plans slightly changed when Kane, well, he kind of took his trip over to ECW. So now we're looking at this. Another opportunity for Orton, at least.
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, Randy Orton.
Guy seems pretty insistent that he is not done with the United Kingdom. I guess we'll see what happens. Randy Orton insists he wants another shot at Drew McIntyre. He wants another shot at the European Championship. He says the score was not settled as far as he's concerned. It was not resolved back at Hell in a Cell in his one-on-one match with Drew McIntyre. Took the coward's way out. He had help at ringside. Randy wants a one-on-one match with Drew McIntyre, and if it's going to be more the fact that it's going to be an elimination six-man tag at Survivor Series, then Randy's going to make sure he eliminates Drew McIntyre in the match. He's not just going to win the European Championship in that match. He's going to make sure that he gets the pinfall on Drew McIntyre to win the match. guess we'll see, won't we? I don't know who Timmy is and why he keeps telling him to talk, but I think that's a little offensive. If the guy doesn't want to talk, just let him not talk. Frankly. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to keep this controller handy so that the screen doesn't go black. Because I put it on the floor for a second and I realized that means the screen's going to go black. I think these two are going to have an awesome match, and this could have easily been the main event, but with the bad blood between Jack Swagger and Edge, that match kind of needed to be the main event tonight.
You could almost describe his emotion at times as emotionless.
Maybe his face is
In the corner goes Randy Orton, Kevin Nash, big boot, and he slams down Randy Orton.
Nash is an extraordinary athlete, a massive powerhouse.
Back and forth between these two, but Randy Orton was able to get the quick reversal in there, and he goes Kevin Nash into the corner. Randy's really been persistent on trying to capture that European Championship just lately. He got the opportunity way back when it was still the United States Championship. He was told he was going to be next in line in a match between Ted DiBiase and Brock Lesnar after DiBiase caught the championship at SummerSlam from Cody Rhodes. It was a triple threat, also including Randy Orton. Ted ended up getting a little bit screwed over as Sheamus took out Brock Lesnar in the back, and we ended up with a one-on-one match between Drew McIntyre and DiBiase. DiBiase lost the match to Drew McIntyre, and so that kind of confirmed that Randy would get the shot against McIntyre rather than Lesnar or DiBiase. Lesnar out with an injury and DiBiase going over to ECW, it kind of had to be. Big old bear hug. Big old DDT. Big old elbow to the face.
The more dangerous it becomes. Orton escapes.
Quite smart, actually. It will go for the knee there. We all know that's a very big weak spot on Kevin Nash. Those legs of his, you know, they make him the size that he is, but they're also an easy target. They've had a lot of wear and tear over the years. Oh, he scoops the leg out. Seeing right hands just going and going, but nope. Kevin Nash still able to find some fight in him. I think this is going to be quite a lengthy match between these two. I remember their first match was honestly pretty incredible. It was the first time Randy Orton ever busted out the punt kick, something he's not used since, to my memory. It's not really a move we're going to see Randy pull out too often, I think. It's more like a Dire Straits kind of situation. It really shows what Kevin Nash is made of. Nash has had his eyes set on all kinds of championships since coming to Raw, but he's not really ever had a one-on-one opportunity at them. And even if he wins here tonight, a six-man elimination is just that. It's not another one-on-one opportunity. Maybe eventually Nash will get one. I feel like he's kind of just been going through the motions, though, since coming to Raw.
What a move there by the 7-footer.
Straight into the corner. Oof. Yes, that's what I said. Orton.
You were watching Monday Night Raw, a cable television staple since 1993. I don't think so.
I wonder what Randy's thinking, having a target this size coming at him. I mean, he already had one huge challenge in front of him with Kane, and that didn't go his way. So if I remember correctly, Drew McIntyre did get involved in that match.
Are having a great time tonight. There's the suplex.
McIntyre honestly acting a little bit disgraceful last week when he came out and said that he'd be a fighting champion. He'd fight someone of Kane's caliber, someone who'd really put his championship reign at risk only to bring out Michael McGillicuddy. You know, McGillicuddy got great potential as a star, but he's really not done anything to earn any championship opportunities. It was very obvious the intention there. A very quick and easy defense just to get that off his back. He was due a defense, he did his defense, but he made sure that he went for someone he knew he could beat. Okay, back and forth.
The Viper.
The Viper.
Big move coming. These competitors trying to keep their wits about them.
Big old knee lift. Hey, what, Randy Orton taking a lot of punishment in this match, but he just keeps coming back for more. You talk about match, there's going to be a lot of punishment though. Our main event tonight, Edge and Jack Swagger. As I said before, these two are going to beat the hell out of each other. And the thing is, it's going to be the real score settler for them, because the winner then moves on to the World Heavyweight Championship opportunity, which is something they've both been after for quite some time, and it's the thing that tore them apart.
And Orton just unloading with a huge right.
This has been real back and forth. I really can't say who I think has the upper hand in this match. They've both been getting pretty even offense in on each other.
You hear how his leg connected?
Kevin Nash just keeps striking back. Every time. But every time you think Kevin Nash is in control, Randy Orton strikes back. Just like that. Angle slam.
Oh my God, what a slam.
Don't know who would do that, but I think they'd be probably using it more as a finisher. We got him with the twisty neck. That's a devastating move, the twisty neck. Randy Orton. Oh.
Orton is so cunning, so vicious. When he counters, he knows exactly how to follow them up with the most devastating of moves.
Look at this, look at this.
Kevin Nash, absolutely all over Randy Orton. Randy Orton all over Kevin Nash. Two top guys here on Raw. Despite their lack of championships, both these two could easily pursue them.
Orton's got him.
In fact, I'd love to see Sheamus go up against either of these two for the World Heavyweight Championship. One going for the cover. Is that going to be enough? It seems a little bit presumptuous, but oh, almost. He did get a 2.
Not this time.
I'm really surprised. Really surprised by just how even this match continues to be. I know I sound like a broken record, but I don't really know how to call this one. Uh-oh. Oh, this could be a way to call it. Jackknife Powerbomb. Where the hell did that come from? I guess that's one way to call it. Kevin Nash going straight for his finisher move.
1, 2.
Must have heard me, and there you go.
Nash wins.
So it'll be CM Punk and Kevin Nash so far up against the United Kingdom. And if their team wins, then Kevin Nash becomes the European champion. CM Punk becomes World Tag Team Champion, and he can choose to be Tag Team Champion with Kevin Nash or whoever is competing for the World Championship. We'll find out a little bit more about who that could be up next. As we know, Vader is advanced, but he'll be facing off against the winner of the next match to determine the third member against the United Kingdom next week. But up next, Jack Swagger and Edge are about to settle the score one-on-one. I can't wait to see this match go down. Jack Swagger and Edge, one of the two, set to become the one step closer to the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh no, what is this? Well, the two obviously bumped into each other backstage, and it looks like this has already gotten started. This does not count as their match. They still need to find their way to the ring. Oh, this is getting real personal between these two, clearly. I mean, this is the exact spot backstage, if I'm not mistaken, that Jack Swagger attacked Edge with that steel pipe and stole his match against Sheamus 2 weeks ago on Raw. So it's only fitting that we'd see these two going at it back here. Edge obviously remembering Lovely sounds. Oh, man. You gotta think about a solid impact like that, DDT onto the floor. I don't really know what this means for tonight's main event, though. Jack Swagger looking to be a little bit hurt. I mean, Edge has really been putting a beating on him. And oh no. Oh my god! What does this mean? I guess we don't have any answers. The match has been called off. Who's gonna face Vader next week? I don't know.